Hey everybody, Kendall Slice here again at the United Premier Esports Festival at Sporting Kansas City. As I'm walking up the stairs here, I want to make you aware of a little factoid, things that are going down here at the festival. There is going to be a cosplay competition, and that is going to be taking place here at 2 o'clock. I'm on my way actually into the area with which it's going to be. As you walk up the stairs, you are going to see this wonderful display of boxes with the Unified logo, and just across they have a stage for not only the cosplay competition, but there's going to be a couple of interviews later on that take place here. That's here live at the Unified Premier Esports Festival. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. 2 o'clock cosplay competition. Come enjoy it.
And welcome here. We are excited to bring you some more action here at the Unified Esports Association. We are currently here with the Sporting KC LAN at Children's Mercy Park. It has been a fantastic time. Of course, while you were waiting, you could see a lot of the action that was kind of unfolding all around this area. We have so many different venues up here on the fourth floor. Children's Mercy Park. We are currently holding most of the tournaments and all the competitive gaming. Then on the third floor, you have a lot of booths from a lot of the representatives here. I think the Pioneers, Kansas City Pioneers, currently have a booth down there. And then first floor, of course, open free play. You can enjoy that if you are in town. But of course, we are here with some Overwatch time. My name is Orbital. I'm joined here by Airborne, who is going to be it's gonna be fun. That's all I can say here. How you doing, Airborne?
Oh, so this is a little bit more organized than our four-person cast yesterday.
The four person was its own thing, and I loved it. We got a taste for what you can do on broadcast, and now this is the main game, though. I remember you talking to me a little bit. You were talking about how you play Overwatch and how much you enjoy it. And give us a little background about yourself in that world.
So in the world of Overwatch, I have been playing Overwatch since about season 2,
Mhm.
and I've been playing this game for way, way too long. I've been to some of the highest levels in production, like you know, I've been involved in contenders trials. I have friends and casters and people that I've spoken with that have been at the highest level of Overwatch, and this is definitely one of those games where it's super stressful to cast because there is really no lull in the action.
Just consistently aggressive, and if you're not aggressive, you're regressive in that stance. That's just all it goes about, and I'm very excited because again, it's the craziness, it's the action, it's such a different style and moment as we will be getting into game with the first map. It is Busan, which is going to be the first one coming up here in this best of 5. You can see it on your screen. 4 more games, 2 at the minimum, 4 more if again, this is the basic math. Oh my lord. 4
Who needs
more
basic math?
if yeah, 4 more if we go to the full 5 rounds. But of course, we'll have to wait and see as these teams will be loading in very shortly. But talk to me about Busan and what we can possibly kind of see on this map.
And I'm very, very excited to see this game, just to see what kind of metas the or kind of compositions these two teams bring into Busan. Because Busan, with Overwatch, it's been a very, very kind of map dependent pick for a lot of the heroes nowadays. Instead of it being one set meta, a
Mhm.
lot of the things that I have been seeing a lot of has been a Rhine diva on these type of maps, kind of
Mhm.
just like a kind of rush, go in, have your diva eat a lot of the damage, and then have your DPS try and get as much damage as humanly possible. First things first, take out that shield, take out that Reinhardt, and go from there.
Yeah. And for those that may not, as we do have a lot of people, it's one of the most fantastic parts about lands for me is we have people that are also newcomers to gaming, some people coming in and taking a look. So kind of walk us through at least the map styling of Busan and how it's going to play out and what we can also see in terms of some of the other things are actually we are going to make sure the players are actually set before because as we get in, we also want to visually see all the wonders of Busan and
Oh, of course.
the first travel location of this fantastic journey. So please don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And we are back. Of course, we are going to enjoy ourselves here. A little bit easier to hear us, which hopefully that will be enjoyable. But again, Busan, this map, it is known as a control point. It's going to be a great time. Both teams battling over basically King of the Hill. It's the best way you can explain it.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, it's probably one of my favorite landmark moments. I think we saw it a little bit on the screen. The cow. The cow is so much fun.
The cow is so much fun. It goes a little bit bouncy, but as you said, this is basically King of the Hill. So
Mhm.
this is going to be a sense of who can keep the control point the longest. So the point of the entire map is going to be beat your opponent until the percentage reaches 100%.
Mhm.
But the stressful part of that is if both of you are on the point at the same time and nobody has capped it, nobody builds percentage.
Yeah, and that creates such a nice meta dynamic. You were talking about the switches of the characters a lot of the time, and you have to think, right? One of the I think one of the greatest aspects is the ability to switch out your composition almost at will. Right,
Yes.
there is the chance where hey, this DPS isn't working because they brought out this character.
Mhm.
It is real time strategy that you have to play pretty much on the fly. Something most games do not have available to you.
If you're running an Echo and the other team is running a Widowmaker and completely shutting down your Echo, you can completely swap it up and maybe go to a Widowmaker of your own, or maybe just go to a complete dive composition to try and counter that Widowmaker.
Yeah,
And
so many
going
options.
into Busan, this is actually one of my favorite maps overall, but this is going to be Shrine. So this is going to have the kind of that long range ability for the Widowmaker and the Ashe players, maybe even the McCree players if they kind of want to roam a little bit on
Mhm.
point. You're going to see the Shrine in the middle with the drum. The drum is very, very fun because you can actually contest the point from on top of the drum. So you could have someone hiding up there and just everyone kind of looking around like, where is the Lucio that is contesting?
That's also one of my favorite points to see wrecking balls because that is like it's one of the few moments where literally you can clear almost the entire control point just watching a wrecking ball go around.
Oh yeah, just spin to win.
Yeah. You ever wanted to see a hamster have a little bit too much fun in a bowl? That is it. But of course, we do have our two teams: Buffs in green, Havoc in purple. These are the two squads that will be battling it out. And already we do see some fantastic picks. You do see the Lucio. I believe Doomfist is in there. We have a
Mhm.
McCree. We have so much. And then, of course, like you were talking about, that Reinhardt Diva. It is so locked in that both sides have it. These are almost identical compositions.
Almost identical compositions, but we do have a little bit closer of a fight from Havoc. We're gonna see if that Doomfist can get any value going in immediately. Such low damage, but able to disrupt the team so quickly. But we're gonna see Havoc slowly getting the picks after that disruption from the Doomfist going through, swinging, just waiting to just decimate buffs going on to point.
Ooh, and that was a nasty opening as well. So Havoc completely gaining control here. They still have to cap before they actually start gaining any points. But honestly, that opening, phenomenal to say the least.
Oh no, it was a beautiful opening. You see this like kind of brawly type fight, which favors Havoc more often with the Reaper and the Doomfist. The Doomfist can really like kind of expand, and oh, he gets caught out with a flashbang, able to get out of low health and everything. And Brutality Field is going to be coming out, and Buffs Diva going to be catching the Doomfist, and there goes the disruption, and it's just going to go on from there.
Yeah.
Now, again, these brawl type maps kind of work better, especially with McCree with that stun. If he's able to catch the Doomfist before he can really do any type of disruption, that gives so much advantage to buffs where they can just focus that Doomfist because he has suddenly lost the ability to even move with that stun.
Yeah, and now we get to see that push and pull, right? It always comes in waves. This is how you kind of play out the game. You try one wave, if it doesn't work, they get another about 10, 15% on that capture point, and it's over and over again. So watching these teams have to reset every single time is such a fantastic time. Again, Buffs at 23, they're going to try and deal with this Havoc, are trying to push in.
Good. And we're going to see Yami with that Deadeye, just waiting to see if he can get it open. That Immortality Field is going to completely save the Reinhardt. We're going to see the Diva Bomb almost takes out, gets three! Wish with three! Oh, the Death Blossom just completely saves the fight for buffs.
Press R, spin to win. The top of death is there. That's what you want for Wish. That is why this hero is so dang important. They are able to retain their cap position. They are now pushing into the 50% margin, and Bus are having a phenomenal time.
The Doomfist able to get that. The Meteor Strike going to come through. Hopefully able to get a pick. He's going to go for the Reaper right out of Wraith form. Make sure he can't get any other kills. And Havoc is going to immediately turn this point back after losing that fight to that Death Blossom. But looking at buffs, they do have a Diva Bomb and an Amplification Matrix in order to initiate the next fight. and all you really have is a beat drop. So you got to use that very, very sparingly. But they are coming up. Havoc is coming up on a Death Blossom very, very quickly. So right now, Buffs and their diva need to really watch out for that Death Blossom, catch it out, use that not amplification matrix. They need to use that defense matrix in order to mitigate a lot of that damage from the Cleavy.
Yeah, and there's honestly only 2 more takes, 2 more chances really here at this point because it's about 10-50% each time. So you have 2 waves to go. You have to get the cap down. You have to make sure the opponent isn't going to be able to make it work. And again, Yami, you can see him flicking left, right, center, trying to get these hits down. He's about 74% away from the Deadeye. That final hour shot. But of course, Duncan is taking off a little bit, goes ahead and picks off. With the ultimate, but that's going to be the shot. That's going to be the stun coming out as well. And the shots, he can't get it. Oh, Bus are going to start getting wiped on their own. Where did this happen? Havoc did lose too, but they're going to turn it around. They're starting to get a main advantage, but again, the cap is the most important. You can see the contest happening, and Bus lose it. 4 members down. They should retain the cap. They are now at 85%, and unfortunately, Bus falling a little bit short here.
Buff falling a little bit short and getting very, very close. Dangerous one-fight territory, and since Havoc won that fight without using the Death Blossom, they're going to be coming into this next fight with a Death Blossom available to them. But Hanbe is able to take down Trey Cleavy.
That was key. That was a point that they are hoping for. And again, overtime, this is the most crucial time. Always have to make sure to have someone on that point. 6 members contesting from Busted. That's going to be the Deadeye. Can he get anyone? I don't think he could. That's going to be Wish, though. Following up, that's what you want to see. He still goes down, but that's 2. That's exactly what you need to get back in this. Again, this is only round 1. This is 1 that we see, and Bus come out with a huge main advantage. They're going to go ahead and cap it off. They're going to start running up 70% and counting.
Trey Cleavy not able to use his Death Blossom multiple times, being shut down by a different hero, whether it's a stun, whether it's a charge, whether it's losing a 1v1 to the Baptiste on the enemy team. Right now, he just needs to press Q and get that Death Blossom off. Get a kill, get to destroy shield, do something at this point with that Death Blossom. But we do have a Meteor Strike and a Diva Bomb coming out from Havoc, but we also do have a beat drop that can mitigate all of that.
That would feel so bad, but that would feel so good if you are that Lucio. This is going to be another fight again. Both teams at 90%. This is going to be so scary again. A single drop off means this round over. Yami's going to go ahead and take one away. Wish is going to follow up with a little bit of an assist. That's going to be the smash against the wall. Bus coming out with these kills. That is going to be 5 down. Make it 6. Havoc are off the map. That will be Bus taking round number 1.
Round number 1 going over to Buffs. That's a beautiful Earth Shatter taking down the Doomfist. But as I said, that beat drop, that sound barrier mitigated all of the damage that Havoc could have done that entire fight. They were not able to land the Diva Bomb. The Meteor Strike from Velizen wasn't able to land on anyone, and the beat drop just completely mitigated any damage that they could do through a normal fight, not from ultimates. And Buffs was able to land their ultimates, that Earth Shatter, taking down 2, and them just cleaning up the fight for the rest of it.
It was glorious, and now we come to Railways. I want to say I know there's
downtown.
Everywhere, a little bit different, but of course downtown is going to be. I wish we had cameras on. That was great. But again, downtown, a little bit different here. We'll go ahead and see, as we do get to see Wish coming out with that Tracer. We saw a little touch of it last time, and now we really get to see the full extent of the power. But Yami going ahead, open up with that single shot, getting some good tags on the Reinhardt. But the air battle is going to be one. Hanbei is taken down, and that is the first airborne battle. Let's see how it continues as Havoc are starting to finish off some of these kills.
Oh, Havoc immediately coming in, taking down the Baptiste, taking out the majority of their healing. So Lucio's not really able to do much damage against the burst damage of like a Reaper and a Doomfist, and they just kind of push in. Yes, they do end up losing their Diva, but they're able to cap, and with Diva's movement, they're not really missing too much right now. And right now, Bus needs to kind of focus on the Tracer getting the damage that she needs to do, and Yami needs to really watch out for that Doomfist taking out his Baptiste.
That's going to be a little bit scary. And again, Yami rolling away.
There it is!
That's a jump in. Can he find any damage? No! That's going to be Buff shutting it down. They say you are not allowed to play in this fight. That is going to be Havoc saying, oh, good night. And they're going to go ahead and try and fight their way back. Again, only 1 on the point right now. Make it 2. Bus slowly going for that objective. It is contested only slightly, though, so Havoc are going to maintain their control. Can they follow more? Dunzo is going to finish off Hanbei, and that's the support that you want. Trey going to go up, and that's the bomb! That's the support. That's the one you need to take out to stop Bus from getting the bus. The cleanup squad is here. The sweepers has swept the streets, and downtown is controlled by Havoc.
Havoc not even losing a single percentage in that fight. It looked like they were going to lose that fight, but the Diva Bomb coming through and the Reaper with the flank, demeching the Diva, not allowing her to really mitigate any of the damage. Now they're coming in. Oh, Pulse Bomb takes down the... Oh my lord!
Oh, that's a mean
Beautiful
way
spot
to
from
see a
Wish.
Doomfist death. And Wish still going off. That's going to be the next. That's the bad T's followed up with a few more across. Everyone falling a little bit short, but most crucially, DPS still up for Bust. Velzen is trying his best, but Havoc is going to go ahead and get tagged up. Let's see who else is going to follow. Again, most members still stacking up. Contest is made. Buzz need to start getting control. Again, it's still taking up 80% to 0. They have got to cap the point here. If they want a chance of holding down, the Doomfist not allowing to, but this is looking like Havoc's round to win.
Havoc just cleaning up these fights so well. Even if they started them with a disadvantage, their composition is able to get back to the point so quickly. The Doomfist, the high damage dealers are able to get back to point so quickly and just completely swap around the fight. Down goes the Doomfist in the early fight again, and it looks like Buffs may actually be able to close out this fight.
This final hour is crucial. Overtime once again, and that's going to be 3. They're going to go ahead, tag down, and they do. They get 5. That is important. Sam might try and contest and just jump in. No, going to round out with the rest of the squad. Get ready for the fight. Because, again, they're at 99% buzz. Final hour, literally final second, if I will. They're now stacking up 10% very slow charges. And, again, uphill battle here. A single mistake will cost them this round.
They need to play almost flawlessly. And right now you have an amplification matrix for Havoc, and they could do so much damage with that if they're able to place it correctly.
That could be the chance, but already huge firefight
there it is
up, and this is going to be the flood in from Havoc. They're going to move up to the upper side of downtown. They're going to try and move in, and it looks like the air battle has been won. Again, Reinhardt going ahead, taking a swing at Sam's head. Does find that pick, and that's going to be a DPS as well as a support rolling around. Buffs trying their best to maintain, but the fight is being won. They do find the crucials, and Trey is going to go down again. That is going to be a kill of the DPS. Havoc have no chance at maintaining a press, but that is going to be Buffs going ahead, controlling that out, and they hold on. They hold on for dear life here in the second round.
Getting this to almost 60%, and they're almost to a couple of ultimates. They have a Pulse Bomb awaiting Havoc, and now I'm just seeing if they're going to be able to land it on the Baptiste or the Doomfist. Right now, the Doomfist almost with a Meteor Strike, but right now, Havoc, what they need to do is kind of build some ultimates. They have the Earth Shatter, and they have the Meteor Strike, so we're going to go ahead and see if they're able to combo those, or they're going to go ahead and save them maybe for the next fight. And we're going to see the Doomfist coming in, looking to get a pick, and they're going to go ahead and initiate this fight immediately. He gets a double kill with the day!
Hey, that's how you pop it off. You can't disregard the McCree. They're going to fire right back. Oh, but that's all the supports Havoc have lost their supports, quickly respawning as best they can, but the rest of the members fell too quickly. Bus do it from 0 to 100. They're now hoping to hit 99.
The wrecking ball.
Oh, no, Hamster. The last-ditch effort. Hamster is out there going to go for it. Wreck them all, wrecking ball. They're going to try for it again. You have to stay on point, though. Watch that overtime.
Be very better, Shatter!
Oh, my Lord. Everyone's on the ground.
Deadeye coming through, Earthshatter shutting down the Death Blossom. That's such a huge ultimate that was completely shut down. Wish taking down the Reaper, and it looks like Buff is going to win this fight, and they're going to be coming from 0 to 100 to take Busan 2-0. Oh dear, that's just 99 to 0, and they're able to completely come back.
All right, well, let's go ahead and see what the play of the game here is. It is Velzen on that Doomfist going ahead, hopping into backline, taking a punch to the face of the Reinhardt, and then immediately dropping him. Beautiful clearance. I mean, I think this is well-deserved. Oh, my Lord. A great way to kick off game number 1, and I couldn't ask. 2 overtimes and complete, like, no one knew how it was going to end, it felt like.
I mean, that's just the fun of Control Maps. King of the Hill maps are definitely one of those maps where it's really dependent on it's dependent on first pick. How well can your DPS play? How well can you get that pick? Because there's really no place to hide on point. If you're not contesting point, you're not in the fight.
Yeah, it's just and that's also something one of the objections that it always feels so obvious at that time, but it's also so difficult to keep track of at points. You know, you're sitting there, you're like, hey, we're in this battle, you know, up in the air or something, air territory, helping your teammates out. Nope, forgot about that. So, but these guys seem to have it on lockdown. So that was our first look on stream of
Mhm.
Buff and Havoc. And I want to ask you, how do you feel about these teams? Do you feel any distinct play style that they have, or is it just a clatter of mechanical skill?
So at this moment, it looks like they were, especially with Busan, they were both really playing a brawl kind of brawly style. You could tell that Havoc was more with the burst damage, with the Reaper and the Doomfist, or looking for those early picks and those early pickoffs, so they could snowball into later in the fight, just completely ending the fight before it even starts. Where Buffs was really kind of more turned into a counterpuncher near the end. They were waiting for that Doomfist to dive in, and they were able to stun the Doomfist and make sure that he really wasn't too much of a factor. And then they started becoming the aggressor as the map went on, and they were able to just initiate these fights before Havoc could even make it to point, and they were just able to completely clean up and take Busan 2-0.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic way. Again, that 2-0 score feels like it didn't do it justice. Again, that 99 they were sitting on for so long. Havoc almost had it, almost pushed it to a round three, but it didn't happen. So of course, that will be game number one going into the books for Bus. We'll have to see if they can do it again in game two. We'll also see if it's a little change up from control, maybe hybrid, maybe payload. We'll see what happens. Again, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. We are here with game number 2 of the grand finals here. First showing of Buffs and Havoc, at least on stream. And I mean, I was definitely entertained. Airborne, were you entertained?
I was very much entertained. That 2-0 score did not show how good that match was.
Yeah, and we saw a fantastic usage of the meta. We saw immediately, as you pointed out, it's like a psychic move right there, right? The Reinhardt and D.Va pretty much the entire time. I think the only time we saw the deviation was that wrecking ball pretty much at the very end.
They were trying to get a contest through that wrecking ball because they didn't want it to hit 99 and just flip over right to 100. Because if no one touches point within 15 seconds of that 99, it immediately goes to 100. So they need somebody to touch, get that, activate that overtime so they can actually get that final fight. But obviously that final fight didn't go their way. But this map that map was so close that 2-0 was not very, very representative of how that match went. And we can imagine that this Temple of Anubis map can go a little bit differently.
Yeah, this is going to be Assault again. It is a 2-part Assault here. Capture a point, move on to the next one. 2 different battlefronts. That is going to be so much fun to watch. Again, we already have a completely different setup here. We do see a Sigma, which is personally one of my favorite tanks to ever see. If you ever don't want to play the game sometimes, don't play against a Sigma. That's the best I think I can put up there.
There's a couple of other heroes, like Bridget or Brigitte. If you hate yourself.
And then the old school May as well, just a blizzard coming down.
What do you mean old school May? It's still May.
All right, but we do go ahead. We take a look. I believe it is Havoc going to be attacking first, going in and taking their hands at the God's Realm, the realm of Anubis. As they go ahead and break out a spawn, we see a left side flank moving very, very quickly with the Hanzo. Very excited to see a Hanzo back here. A couple arrows going out. Are they going to pierce into one? Nope. Ooh. Immediately he gets stunned.
It's going to immediately be caught out and hit with the accretion. They're going to go ahead and try and take this mid ground away from Buffs against this double shield, but there's going to be a ton of damage coming out from Buffs.
Man, that is a rough one, and when you're stuck in that area, it's so difficult to even move back out. Your entire push is stalled. They're finally getting out, and the first shots come. That's going to be Duncan going ahead and picking up a little bit. Dunzo as well, so they have broken out. That is going to be Havoc trying to pin their sight down. Haven't even come close to it, though. Again, still on the high ground, moving across the bridge as slow as possible, it seems. And that's
going down.
Huge pick.
Velvet going down. There goes a lot of the damage, a lot of the poke damage from Hanzo, but they're going to get 2. They're going to get the Echo and the Sigma. Yes. But they're going to have to back out just a little bit. There's so much damage coming from that Arista. And they're going to go ahead and get the Resurrect on the Sigma and go ahead and continue this fight with both of their tanks. Only losing the Echo, who can come back pretty darn quickly.
And honestly, Bus showing up great here. That was a great first defense. And again, just being able to play up that style is being great. Now we go ahead and see it as Havoc now slowly pushing in. They're going to give it the best that they can. And again, this site is a little bit difficult. Wish goes ahead and takes it out, making a triple. That is going to be Wish. With the aerial bombardment, Yami is going to try and follow up, but no Deadeye, no kills because no one was there. Havoc was all respawning. Oh, man. Bus holding it down.
Oh, the Echo is so powerful, especially power boost with those sticky bombs. Able to take down 3. So now looking at this, we are going to have a Graviton Surge and a Dragon. So we should see a Grav Dragon coming in from Havoc. Hopefully trying to take down the majority of buffs. Maybe on that high ground. Or maybe they're going to wait to see if they can push them back into point. They're going to go ahead and rotate around, trying to get to that mid ground. Go ahead and take on buffs head on. But we do have a Gravitic Flux for the Sigma. He's just going to go for it immediately.
Yes, he does. I think that was 3 back there. And Wish goes ahead, fires off a few more shots. Oh, the containment is just too good.
Oh!
Look at the Dragon, though. Vel, you can't do it to him like that. Clear the site. Clear the defense. The cavalry is here.
Oh, and that's exactly what they needed, and they were just waited for the Immortality Field to completely run out for buffs, and they just threw in that Dragons and completely cleared out point 1, moving into point 2. And buffs only was able to use the Gravitic Flux. They had the Supercharger, and they had the Duplicate, but they do have them here for defense on point 2, so you got to look out for that one, but Havoc just have both support ultimates going into this fight.
It never ceases. I've seen it so many times, but always seeing a Hanzo get something like that off is gorgeous. Now we go ahead and
just gonna rush on the point immediately, taking down the Mercy.
Oh my lord, these are going so well. Havoc going ahead, picking up the first set of frags. And now they're going to try and follow up a beautiful 2 more. And they're going to keep moving into this point. Again, a good defense by Buffs is going on, but it's just too much. Havoc, as soon as he got the first point, are making it clear that they are here to win.
They are definitely here to win, just pushing in, all aggressive all the time. That's what you need to do. You cannot give them time to do anything. The Wrecking Ball on point, taking down the Baptiste, but that's going to be 2 ticks for Havoc before Bus can even touch point.
Oh, and they're going to keep holding him off again. Bus trying to respawn as quickly as possible. That's going to get Asso down as the Wrecking Ball is destroyed. And again, Trey is continuing this cleanup run. Yongu is going to do the same. A little bit of kill for the tank, of course, and a little bit of...
they're able to
but
cap.
that is it. Round 1, Havoc take it 2 with 3:08 left on the clock.
3:08 left on the clock, and it all started with that Graviton Surge and the Dragon Strike from the Hanzo. And they just were able to snowball all the way to second point. Didn't even give them a chance to set up their defense.
Yeah, it felt like it was almost like a bait on Buff's side. You know, you get the Graviton Surge, you feel like you can push in, and it felt like it was going well. It felt so good for them, and then just the retaliation came out. Smacked them right in the face, and that is something that is so... I feel great to watch. It feels great to get that reversal, to get that power move. So now it is up to Bus to give it a shot. We did see the Sigma, like you said, come out. Maybe a little bit different. Maybe that's only a defensive tool. Let's see if they can utilize it on the attacking side as well.
It looks like they're going to be going for the win condition if they keep this up, but let's focus on Havoc's composition right now. They're going to go ahead and go with the double bubble with the Ana and Brigitte. So they're really going to be betting on the Winston being able to take down any type of offense coming out. And I'm very excited to see what Velzen is going to be able to do on this Hanzo on defense when he did so much work on offense.
Oh, it's something to watch. It always feels like it's that 100% or 0. It's so good, and I love it. So again, 7 seconds left, and again, double composition. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we do see the tanks coming out that are pretty much the same as well as the... Okay, now we got a Mercy. Well, okay. Don't get my hopes up here. We go ahead, break out here, and hoping to see the first assault. This time they go around the right side, maybe not playing towards that side hallway. Instead, going for a very frontal open assault. Again, Wish on this Echo, praying to lay down a little bit of suppressive fire.
Double bubble coming out from both sides, and the Winston going down for buffs. That's an immediate, humongous pick for Havoc for this defense, and building up ultimate right now is going to be the biggest thing that Buffs needs to do at the moment. They need to get that nano boost on that Winston or on Wish if he's able to duplicate. Right now, Havoc has the majority of the poke damage. We have Yami on the McCree now, and he's going to see if he can take down anyone. But Velzen already 60% to his Dragon Strike, and honestly, Havoc is getting the advantage in the poke battle right now.
Yeah, this is also kind of the problem that we saw before, except in a more open area, right? The stall out. Maybe this is why it's not one of the more challenges. This is why we actually saw Havoc move to the other side, but this time it is Buff.
Oh,
that is the big grouping that they needed, and Bell is going to go ahead and try and fire in the back. Tank is down, but Wish is going to do the same.
Dragon Strike going to completely trap the Mercy and the Ana in that room. And they're going to be trapped in there with a Dragon Strike, and they're not even going to be able to back out at all. That solo grab on the Winston, immediately taking down Wish!
That's a snipe. If I ever saw it, that's one you can write home about. Clam, though, is going to go ahead and revive Wish. Say, Echo, get back in this battle. That is a huge corner move that you like to see Havoc. Stalled off of that, stalling Bus off of that engage. And again! He is just too good with these arrows.
You can't show your head.
Never against the Hanzo, and that's going to be, again, Winston now trying his best, trying to get to that backline, try and zone out this DPS that are putting in so much work. He's straight up chasing. He's like, listen, get back here. I'm going to make you pay. He is jumping his way, trying to smash it out. Can he get anyone? I don't think he's got anyone just yet. Oh my lord, the juggle! The juggle! He does it! Absolutely nasty. Sorry, my voice went wobbly.
Who needs voices anymore? But that's a beautiful Primal Rage taking out the Zarya, but a Primal Rage and a Death Blossom immediately changing the fight in Havoc's favor on point.
Oh, that was a clearance there, but remember, they only had 130. They're ticking down in time, right? 130 left on the timer. I think at this point, Havoc had already capped their first location, so it needs to be stepped up a little bit. Boss need to know that they are on a timer right now. We do see the Genji potentially being hovered. I don't know if it went through. It did not. It was hovered for a second, which would have been very interesting to watch here.
It was a little bit late to try and play the Genji, try and play that win condition. Right now, they're going to go ahead and try and counterpick that Hanzo, but Velzen is very, very close to his Dragon Strike, and he can immediately change this fight if he wants to. But we do have a Graviton Surge and a Death Blow.
Oh!
You don't expect the Flank Dragon! No one expects the Spanish Inquisition!
The entire kill feed is purple beating green. Are you kidding me? Twice! One on defense, one on offense.
Oh, that's a beautiful Dragon Strike. No Graviton Surge needed, and he's able to clean up that fight and end it before it even starts.
That is a fantastic hold. And Bust now to 30 seconds. It is demoralizing to have that right off of the push flank. They're going to have to give it their all. No chance to really regroup, and re-strategize. It is going to be a Hail Mary pass straight in. You can see Reinhardt, you're supposed to be in front, buddy. You're supposed to be tanky. And there he goes. Gets in the front. They're going to try it one more time again. No.
Going in, immediately the charge.
I don't know.
Wish going down to the Brigitte. And that's just a horrible time, and a Nano Winston's in your back line.
Oh, and that's going to be the death coming through. Deadeye not even going to be used. That is the round, and Havoc. Havoc, absolutely stunning right there. Game 1 was Bust. They wanted to, but it was close. This one, Havoc, completely dominated.
Which one was play of the game?
I don't know. Both.
It was the Graviton.
Yeah, this is. I think it's just phenomenal. Out of the Graviton, usually you're in such a vulnerable position. It was primed and ready, and Vel absolutely delivered.
Vel's then delivering on offense and defense on that Hanzo, and he was able to completely change the complexity to the fight, giving his team a chance to really win these fights. And at the same time, you have the Winston going after the Hanzo with his movement. He's able to climb walls and use his leap in order to get away from the Winston. So the Winston committed so much utility to the Hanzo just to not take him out. And now the rest of your team is being focused by the rest of his team. I will take a tank for a DPS trade any day of the week.
Yeah. That is one that I think anyone universally are going to have a great time. Now, we do have another replay. This is going to be very, very interesting because we saw this in the game, especially. You see the Graviton. It looks great. You see 3 members up. It looks fantastic. And then all of a sudden, right here, just out of nowhere, boom. You're like, hey.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. And that shot, it was just perfect, picturesque, if you will. So again, fantastic job from Havoc. They now bring it back to even 1-1 across the board. We get to see what game number 3 will be. So let's go ahead. We'll throw it to break. We'll come back with some more analysis. I still want to break it down. It's okay. We've got to give the teams a little bit of time to prep. So we'll be right back.
How's it going, folks? JT Displays here, right in the very first entry area here at the UEA Sporting KC LAN event. You got a VR table right over here where you can play some VR games. We got some prizes that you can win. Yes, that is in fact an Odyssey G9 up for grabs there, folks. I mean, that is an incredible display right there. But we're actually going to head down here, downstairs to the first level because there's actually some really interesting stuff. We got some Smash Brothers going on down there. We got playing there. Lots of really cool fighters going at it right now. As you can kind of take a look down here, you kind of see we got a whole lot of stuff going on here at the UEA Sporting KC LAN event. Of course, some food as well. Can't go wrong without food, right? We got food, we got snackage. We've got, like Kendo said earlier, we got a cosplay contest that's coming on at 2 p.m. So you don't want to miss that either. Lots of stuff to do here. And we hope to see you guys here at Children's Mercy Park, right here in Kansas City, Kansas. How's it going, folks? JT does.
And we are back here. We are excited to bring you some more Overwatch action. It is game 3 of a best of 5, and honestly, these guys have been delivering. Some of the players stand out. Vel in that last game was fantastic. A phenomenal showing, to say the least.
Yes.
But we have to highlight someone else. We had a little bit of insider information. We have a birthday today, so congratulations to him competing here and giving us a great show. Sam, if you are listening in, of course, maybe you can hear my voice. We are right behind you, but happy birthday to you and enjoy your time. But we will go ahead and get ready for game number 3. Again, Kings Row, even if you don't play Overwatch, even if you don't know too much about the game, you probably heard of Kings Row.
Definitely have heard of Kings Row. It is one of the most popular maps in Overwatch overall. It is one of the most iconic maps as well, and it's one of the best hybrid maps that you can get. The streets phase, just the ability to change compositions based on the part of the map that you're in. First part of the map, the actual capture point of the map. You can play these long range heroes. You can really, just kind of focus on either brawl, or you can go affair. You can go an echo. There's so many options that you can play. And then on the street phase, it's so much more closed off. That brawly style really dominates that streets phase.
And we are going in right now. And again, for me personally, it's always the opening. This in a hybrid map, my favorite thing here is just watching how the chaos unfolds. We've seen so many different variations. I think one of my favorite was actually a boost around, and I saw Lucio actually skirt his way back when skating with such a thing on the walls and being able to get behind and really create just dysfunction there. But
you can have so many beautiful Lucio plays. Lucios can make or break an entire play. And I'm very excited to see what buffs is going to be playing on defense. We are going to see that Diva and Reinhardt once again. So we're going to be getting a little bit of a callback from the first game, but Wish is going to be on the Mei this time.
Yeah, it's going to be
Maybe.
Dang it. I'm mad that you're getting all the good puns here. I'm mad. But of course, May's someone that I've always enjoyed to watch. And again, the walling up is such a phenomenal moment, because it's always like, it shows their flexibility in terms of how do you wall, how are you positioning it. So we'll really get to see that. But of course, Havoc going to be attacking once again. They were the last ones to even things up. We'll see if they can do it again here. So go ahead and break out. No one in the upper levels. It's all ground level battles. Let's go ahead and see it out. Reinhardt with that shield, and immediately straight to the middle.
Straight to the choke point, and Velson is going to be back on this Doomfist. So we're going to see how well he can do it. Oh my god! Wish with the first pick! That icicle! No more fall-off damage, people! And it's so lovely. I know that's been in for a couple of patches, but it still catches people off guard.
Oh my lord. And even on the Echo in the previous game too, we saw a phenomenal job, even though they were falling on the wayside, still doing the job. So Wish, someone else that really having a blast here and showing flexibility. And their wall goes up, but immediately broken down. And again, a battle around the statue. Can they make it in? Again, Havoc trying to make their way onto the point. And this is going to be Vel, once again, the star from the previous game, looking for an opening.
Looking for an opening, but I can see what they're really trying to do with this Mei. They're really trying to cut off. Doofus in, takes out Yami. There's one down. Immortality Field not in time. And now down to a 5v4 with Oh, they're going to have the amplification matrix. They're just going to push them back into the corner. Havoc going to just completely roll over Buffs, taking the first point immediately. That was a beautiful pick from Vel, and the rest of his team just following up on that 5v4.
Havoc know how to play these pinch points. It feels like almost to a T every time. Their team combinations are immaculate so far. It's just perfect. And once again, all it takes is one team fight. All it takes is one cataclysmic team fight, and they wipe the field of Buzz. They are now onto that payload and are going to try and push it forward.
And now they're going to have Vel looking for another flank. He's going to be up top, so they're really already checking that up top, but they didn't really see him at all. So they're just going to go ahead and push up to this choke point and try to get someone and take it down. Lucio down. No more speed boost, but we're going to go ahead and see Vel coming into the back. Meteor Strike, trying to take down the McCree!
Oh, boom goes the dynamite. That is going to be the rockin' show here. The combination is true, and Havoc once again decimate Buzz right at the opening.
Oh, they're just not able to find Vel Zen to stun him like they were on Busan. He has so many places to hide on King's Row.
It's a terrifying thought when like,
oh my god!
All right, he's just done. He is done playing back. He's just like straight through the front door, kick it in, move to the upper level, and take you out.
Vel, I saw that nice little tactical crouch.
It's a tactical.
It is tactical. It is very tactical.
Yeah, but that is again the clearance, and he is having a phenomenal game here. I can't say it enough. He has done such a great job, and again, pushing this quickly is somewhat ridiculous, in my opinion. Having a pure fight like that and almost to the point, still with 3:30 left on the clock, I feel like that's a very respectable time.
It's going to be a little bit harder for Vel this time because now they have the Diva just scouting out for that Doomfist.
After all, you're just like, listen, I'm looking at the skies pretty much all the time.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah, and now we do see also keeping track of those ultimates available right now. Oh, Yami.
Oh.
Yami finding it, and this is going to be the option again. He is firing away. The ultimate trade was good, but Havoc firing back even better. Oh, man, Havoc stunned it out. The tank's having a blast. Wish trying his best to continue the firepower, and he does. Able to find two more back, but the respawns are coming through. So not able to find a majority to start pushing back the payload. It's still contested very, very hotly.
Oh, no, that beat drop saved them from that Earth Shatter. They're able to push back this fight, getting actually quite a lot of ultimates out of Havoc. Now them having an Earth Shatter of their own coming up soon with the Diva Bomb. So they're going to be able to hold this pretty well, and Vel going to be going in, taking down Wish as he comes out of that ice block. They're not even going to give them time to set up. Earth Shatter taking down Vel, but not really able to stop Havoc from pushing in so aggressively, not even giving time for Buffs to set up for anything.
Every time I'm watching Havoc now, the name doesn't do it justice. You give them 5 seconds, 10 seconds to set up, and their team coordination yields results. Every single time, we saw them on control. A little bit more wonky, a little bit more off center. You give them the time to regroup. You give them the chance to prep accordingly, and they take it to town. First checkpoint moved already onto the second. We'll see if it works, but that's going to be teleport behind line straight. Looking for the zone. It actually starts trying to take out the Diva, and that was so good. Everyone in the center of that well. Beautiful job from Havoc once again.
Velzen finally taken down when he's pushing literally up to their spawn door.
Buffs are just at a loss here. This is a very nice push from Havoc. Gonna make it a little bit difficult for Buffs as they are on the attack. Again, the timer is gonna work against them, but the timing is there. Yami going ahead, popping off with a few tray, trying to fire right back, but only Wish. They're gonna go once again up in the sky. He goes. As he comes down, nope, only catches someone out on the wings, gets one punch in, trying to follow, and that is it. Hanbei is taken out. But Buffs are throwing up a huge defense, but that is going to be the Death Blossom. Almost finding a few, I think only did a little bit of damage before Wish took him out.
Number Talifio coming up, saving Vel for the time being, but he's going to get picked out as he's retreating. We do have the Tracer from Wish now. No more Mei, so honestly, the Mei wasn't really doing too much after that first point. Vel Zen right now doing a lot of the work, and Havoc taking advantage of the focus on Vel, able to push in with no regard for their own safety.
Absolutely none, and this is going to be Vel back on the Hanzo. We love to see it. We love to see it. He's going to try once again. Wish in the back on again. This Tracer has been able to cause some disruption across the board, but the payload now pushed back a few more meters before. It was only 3.2 away, and Havoc have been able to suppress it. But again, the first little bit of firefighting is out. The shield is up. This is going to be Solus trying to go for it, and Duncan goes ahead, drops it back, and it seems Bus have done it once again. They have rebuked, they have defended, and they're pressured as he gets a shot into the dark. Bus again defend their last checkpoint.
That last checkpoint completely defended. The Earthshatter not landed, but Yami able to get a Deadeye on one and do some damage to everyone else. And they were just completely pushed in with that weakened shield and just do as much damage as possible, putting Havoc on the back foot. But we're getting very, very close to that Graviton and Dragon, unless they want to go ahead and use that Graviton. And quickly, Amplification Matrix takes down the Lucio. And are they going to retake this fight with 5? Nope. Buffs is not even going to let them get out.
No, it's not. Zarya, I think, just hopped down into the fiery pits of death as Buffs again win the fight. They're pushing it back further and further. Remember, it was only 3.2. Now it's getting even closer to a quarter away. And I mean, what's happening here? What is happening to Havoc? How is it falling apart almost at the seams, at the finish line?
So this is what I was kind of talking about with that map-dependent kind of compositions. Right now, Buffs is backed into a corner, and they can play as aggressive as they want to. They are playing with their backs literally against the wall, and they're going to go ahead and maybe push a little bit far forward. Yami going to get the pick. Both supports are down. We're going to get straight taken. And Yami getting taken out by the Earth Shatter. And Havoc is going to just completely capitalize on the over-aggressiveness from Buff.
They have found it once again. This should be the push. Again, Bus has to get out of spawn as quickly as possible. They get on there again. 3.9 meters until the game is over. Last second. The Earth Shatter knocks them all down, and Havoc can't complete it. They can't do it. They have lost at the last second twice under 4 meters. And Bus, again, defend like their lives depend on it.
Oh, so close. So close. That Earthshatter landed at the perfect time. If the Lucio wasn't able to be let onto point, he landed that sound barrier. His Reinhardt was just like, I got 1,000 health. Time to just go in and land this Earthshatter.
That was phenomenal, to say the least. That was absolutely crucial. The Buffs hanging on so far, and ridiculous setup. Again, now we go ahead, swap up the sides. Havoc are going to get the chance to defend against this. Now, keep in mind, if Buffs reach that point, they have all the time in the world to do this right now. So we'll see if they can pull it off. Going ahead, taking a look at the composition starting out. Feels pretty standard again. The Reinhardt Diva setup for both sides. McCree's actually for both, which is surprising. I think we saw a May come out last time for Trey, trying to change it up a little bit. But Vel's still on Hanzo saying, listen, on attack, I'm going with the Archer. We will try and get the snipes down.
Yeah, we're not going to have a Zarya there for the Graviton Surge, but he showed on Anubis that he doesn't need a Graviton Surge to help him with that Dragon Strike.
It was so good. And this is actually also the first time we see someone trying to attack from above, so it feels like such a different style. I miss the days of seeing a Widowmaker peeking out from the top side, just like, listen, you're dead. That's it.
Yeah, who needs a Widowmaker?
Who needs that sniper at all? But go ahead, open up choke point once again, straight through the gates, and a little bit of fly out as Asolius is going to try and make it in. Can't find it, immediately backs up, but Trey opens up on the back. Trey, McCree showing them up, says, listen, I am the only one that you should watch in Havoc, defending, pushing directly back in. That is the most aggressive defense I think I've ever seen.
That's a very aggressive defense, and looking forward for this one. Trey able to catch them out, sitting in hotel, able to get 2-tap with that one, and they have so much poke damage. Havoc has so much poke damage with the McCree and the Hanzo, so they just need, right now, Buffs needs to be careful about the amount of damage that's going to be coming out from Havoc right now.
A little bit of a fire, 3 arrows straight into the shield, not really finding more except a little bit of a crack. But Vel, again, finding these snap picks, consistently destroying these members. And on the flip side, you are looking at Wish and Yami trying their best. You can see the Deadeye almost up for Yami, and they're holding it off. They're able to maintain their man advantage. Can they hold off a little bit more? No, they can't. Bus get onto that site. They're going to try and get the control. Already a third building up, and Duncan goes ahead and opens up a free chance at securing that point.
Oh, and we're going to have Trey coming from Hotel taking down the Lucio, looking to take down both supports at this point.
Man, they're duking it out close quarters, and Trey again wins that one. He has won so many close range battles. It is absolutely ridiculous. Here comes the Deadeye, who is going to find gets a shield. That is an unfortunate use, and that's going to be the Diva Bomb. I think also blocked out as well. So these big time ultimates really not drawing any sort of presence.
No, but they're able to draw space from buffs. Buffs backing off a point now, not even capping anymore. Though they only need one more tick to cap all of point. We got Havoc back on point, able to do so much damage. Now they have an Earth Shatter and almost have both support ultimates available to them. But they do have to be careful. Buffs is going to be coming in with a sound barrier, able to mitigate some damage. And Wish over to the Junkrat, just going, why not damage? You want poke damage? I got poke damage.
Poke indeed. First time we've seen a Junkrat here in this series, but I love that hero so much.
Oh,
no! Dunzo walks into it. That feels so bad, but it was so good. That's going to be Bus going ahead, losing a few members. Havoc as well. He's going to get support as well as the tank, so waiting for them to come back out. But look at the ultimates that are currently available, 99 until the Dragon Stack is ready for Vel. But Witch popping off right now. The Junkrat making it work. They finally get the cap, and they are finally pushing the payload.
Pushing the payload with a little bit more damage. It did take a little bit more damage from Wish, but that Diva Bomb just landing right behind Dunzo and just completely catching him off guard. And that's just a horrible place for that Diva Bomb to be.
That felt bad. I feel it's just like walking backwards and like, yeah.
Oh, it's behind me.
Yeah, just unfortunate, but again, it's so great for us to watch.
Oh, tries to land an Earth Shatter.
A little bit, yeah. Shadow cannot work, but the overshield, the buffs are buffing themselves up, so they're able to sustain through a lot of this aggression. The Dragon Strike actually came out as well, and I think it was a whiff. So unfortunately, Vel doesn't capitalize on that. Yongi is going to go.
Oh no!
Dug it in. Yami, the aim is real. He is doing so much work. Can't spray, but the single shots are putting it in. Vel dropped again so quickly. Trey does have the Deadeye. Can he find any kills? No, he's dropped so low. He has to run, and this is Buzz pushing in. They're about to cap so much faster. Havoc trying their best to stay alive. The tanks on literally no HP, and they're gonna run it up. Dunzo with that Earth Shatter. No, Wish and Yami, the DPS clear it again and again. Bus reigns supreme.
Oh, that's just so horrible. Sam getting caught out by that Deadeye, and that was the immediate, I got the Lucio. It's time to push in now. Just immediately, they just saw the Lucio was gone, and they realized they could not speed back, and they just immediately popped speed boost, went directly into Havoc, not giving them any chances. But Dunzo gonna have that Earth Shatter, trying to counteract any type of push right now that Buffs has, but they need to be careful for that Riptire from Wish right now.
Yeah, remember, this is where Havoc had a lot of issues trying to cap that last point. It was 2 choke points that stalled out, almost 3.5 minutes of action, and Bus know they have the
here's the
timer.
Riptire.
He's waiting. 6 seconds, 5, moving in. Can he find anyone?
Oh, they're able to catch it out. Oh.
Beautiful job on the denial.
Oh, Earth Shadow's going to be coming up, but he's going to get built up and not going to catch anybody. Yami got put up. Velzen taking down Yami, but it's going to cost him his life. So that's DPS for DPS, 5v5.
Oh, that was an attempt. That did not happen. They're going to go ahead and have to go back to the drawing board as the ultimates are down. But look across the board, Havoc all sitting 50, 60, 70% of their ultimates. Wish is actually taken out. That was a huge backline gamble right there. Bus are going to go ahead.
100 charged Aryas are terrifying. And right now you have Yongi just with 100 charge walking into Buff's front line with no regard for their safety.
Duncan just fell into the lava again. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or if he was booped, but that was.
Well, we don't talk about it.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and see Bus trying to move into the interior once again. Try to push. The payload is in a fairly decent position. Hopefully to try and get that last position. If they win one more team fight, it should work. But I'm trying to work. You can't find anyone. The ultimate is burned for nothing.
Deadeye not able to find anyone, but able to create a lot of space for Havoc. But now they're going to go ahead and push back in. We do have an Earth Shatter. Not really going to land anywhere, but we also do have a Graviton Surge. Grabbing the Diva, grabbing the Reinhardt. Both tanks. Wish going down. Oh, wow. Havoc able to just completely capitalize on that Graviton Surge. But there's still going to be 4. They're going to pop out the Amplification Matrix. Completely push Havoc back. And Havoc needs to be very, very careful. They cannot allow that cart to get to the golden box of victory.
No, they cannot. And again, only 3.9 meters. That's how close you need to get if you want to win this game. Buffs are putting it in, but they are losing members a little bit too quickly for their own liking.
Well, Belzem a little bit too deep.
Just a little bit eliminated there. Wish going ahead with that Tracer. Once again, we've seen Wish swap between a few different DPS, but it looks like Buffs are trying to make their way in. Again, it's going to be the push in, hoping that they can find it, and the walls are up. Diva Bomb going straight into the back line. Can it find anyone? Just a little bit too far, but able to recall it in to get back on that front line.
Wish taking down the Zarya. It's just going to be a little bit of a switch. Earthshatter, huge! Deadeye taking down the Reinhardt! And Buffs are going to get pushed back completely. 2 ultimates out from Havoc. Maybe a little bit too much, but hey, they're able to go. Oh no, the stagger.
Oh,
okay, they're not able to fully stagger the Diva, and Buffs get one more chance, one more fight to win this. Wish with a pulse bomb, but Yankee with that Graviton Surge just ready to completely stop this push from Buffs.
A little bit of a breather for these guys. They're recalculating how they want to play this. A little bit of speed up. Sam going with that Lucio, trying over and over again. It looks like Sam got it.
Oh, he got
Sam got it. Oh, not the one he was going for, but he'll take it anyway. Yami going to follow up with a few more, and the DPS are running wild. Buffs are crushing it here in this fight. That is 3 that you need, but you need a few more. Again, there it is. The staggering of the deaths right there, and there in the back was deleted. Yangi is now going to swap over to the Wrecking Ball. They just got to clear him out again. Buffs trying to push forward. Oh, this might be it. Again, they got to get on one contest there. One more is needed, and it's being held overtime here.
Win.
Oh, they need
so we do have the Wrecking Ball out from Havoc, and they're just going to they're just completely going to heroes that can stall this point out. It's in overtime. Shatter Lance done so, able to completely floor all of us, but not able to take any picks from it. And Yami's gonna go ahead and get Fells in, and Havoc is slowly falling off of point with these stall heroes.
Oh, Wrecking Ball, you're the only hope. No, he's down. He's down. I think that is going to be it. Buffs win in a nail-biter of a hold here. Oh, man.
That was a beautiful, beautiful play from Buffs. That just chaotic team fight went in the way for Buffs because Havoc wasn't able to really have that much staying power with these contesting heroes, with the Wrecking Ball, with the Tracer. And the ultimates coming out from Buffs were able to just completely overwhelm everything that Havoc could throw at them for that contest.
Such a phenomenal game. And with that, Buffs now move to 2-1. They are 1 away from winning the grand finals here. So make sure to stay tuned. I'm excited to see what game 4 will bring us. So please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Overwatch action.
KC LAN event. And see, we do have a Banjo-Kazooie taking on a Shulk. Interesting enough, the player going by Doc here actually chose a random character going off against these Banjo-Kazooie. Very confident in his skills today. We'll see who comes out on top here as see our 2 competitors locked in on this battle right now. Pretty incredible already. Banjo-Kazooie taking the first stock in this contest here. It did appear that Doc took the game before this one here, but as you know, anything can happen in Smash. That makes it such a great event here. Again, the finals happening right now, right in front of us. We'll see how this one shapes up as Banjo-Kazooie close with that edge guard. They're able to recover from it here, and Shulk missing that one off the attack here. Might just let you guys take a glance at what these players are doing here in front of us. So we take a look. A lot of intensity there on the screen. Shulk down to the second stock, but not taking a whole lot of damage. Meanwhile, Banjo already at 90%. Looking for an opportunity here. Almost gets blown off the stage that time, but is able to recover. What a great recovery on keeping that first stock for as long as he can. And finally Shulk may be able to get Banjo, but Banjo getting the recovery so good from this player here that it's just incredible how long he's able to hold on to the stock. 130% right now on that stock. 140, having some hard time landing those final hits and knock him off. Again, the stock advantage over on the left-hand side of the screen here. Finally, it goes down, and they're down to 2 stocks apiece. Intense action that you're going to find here at the UEA Sporting KC LAN event right here at Children's Mercy Park, folks, in Kansas City, Kansas. If you haven't stopped by yet, please do check it out. There's all sorts of action. You got other folks playing some Smash casually as well over here. Plenty of stations ready for the taking, and I'll leave you guys with a little more of this action here. See who can take that next stock, as Banjo has a significant percentage of health advantage. Almost gets Shulk that time. Doc, though, able to recover, almost just finally gets to that edge there. There you go, folks. A lot of fun action here at UEA Sporting KC. And here we are, folks, with the final.
And we are back. We are ready for game number 4, potentially match point here, as Bus has so far made it 2-1. We are now going to Rialto on a little bit of a payload push and airborne. How you feeling about this?
Definitely going to be a great game, and Rialto is definitely one of my personal favorite escort maps, and it's honestly one of the most popular escort map. And a lot of games have been decided on this map. And I know this could change, but I really want to see the Bastion.
I just want to see the tank rolling around. That's the sole reason. I miss it. I miss seeing that go through. But of course, we are still waiting for Dunzo to figure out the last tank that we are going to see here. Trey honestly might play it out, just test it out, see the waters right now. But I don't know if he wants to do it down there. Okay,
we're probably not going to get the Bastion. I'm very much looking forward to what they're going to play. But let's look over at Buff's composition. This double shield composition with Wish going over back to the Tracer. They were, Wish seems to be going to the Tracer as a comfort pick, and that's never a bad thing. If he's able to do work on this Tracer, that's exactly what they need him to do.
And I think it's been him and Trey, I think, are the two that have played the Tracer a little bit, but we're already going into that opening fight. Let's see how they exchange greetings so far. It does look like a very simple push coming out, as Havoc are generally able to stack up a little bit well. Buffs willing to concede most of this opening and trying to just find the choke points. Wish going ahead in the backline, fighting off the team. I don't think Wish came out on top there.
Wish going to get picked out almost immediately. They knew exactly where he was, but the Diva's just going to go ahead and go for that low Brigitte and just take down one. One of the supports are going to be down for Buffs, and now Wish really needs to find a pick off with that Tracer. Really needs to kind of disrupt them a little bit, and the Diva going down.
Beautiful last little headshot. He's going to get healed right up for his reward. And Bus are feeling good about this one. They're winning out a lot of trades. Havoc trying to regroup.
Oh, no.
Yami getting so low, and Vel bringing out his signature Hanzo. He is trying to lay down a couple of shots again. Brigitte is going ahead and clearing out some of those zones. So Havoc a little bit worried about how they're going to engage on the defensive side. A couple quick arrows fired off. A beautiful spray down from Wish is going to help secure, I believe, an assist there. Now we're going to see Havoc try and power in, losing a little bit low, but the Dragon Strike, I think, clears that escort, the payload just right off.
Vel getting two, one with the Dragon Strike and then getting Yami, but he doesn't really have the rest of his team with him. So right now he's just trying to get his team set up for the next fight. And they're really not just paying attention to Vel. He's got to take down Wish.
That snipe was gorgeous. And again, he is on a hot streak. Ready, 2 on the payload, trying to push forward. 3 ultimates available. You can see him make it 4. All of these great for holding off. Deadeye is open. I don't know if it's around the corner, so a little bit wasted, but we'll see. They still have 3 to stall out. 3 now popping up for Havoc. They're going to try and make something work. Again, both the Deadeye and the Dragon Strike is available, but that's a huge pick. Wish in the backline takes out Sam. The birthday boy is down, and that's going to call for the rest of the ultimates to fire off.
Yes, and Trey now is going to have a Deadeye, hopefully just waiting for that flank so he can go ahead and catch them out. Vel taking down the Sigma. Vel doing so much work on that Hanzo right now, and Deadeye coming out. Vel taking Yami just gonna steal all the kills from Trey.
Oh, and again, this is a ridiculous setup right here under the bridge. A praying that they get it, but that is going to be Dunzo just saying, I'm done. I'm done waiting. Let's play this out. I'm going in. I'm going to beast out. Anyone that wants to follow can. Earthshatter is up as well. Is going to be able to turn it around and fire it off. I don't know if he's going to wait for his squad, but he wants it pretty well, but it's not going to be needed. They wipe 4, and they're going to go ahead and defend against that pressure to get the first cap, and now they will move on to the second portion.
Moving on to the second portion, they're going to have 4 ultimates going into this one. They got an Earthshatter, Dragon Strike, and both support ultimates. Right now, Buffs is on the back foot, and Witch is going to be switching over to that Junkrat, hopefully just getting an immaculate amount of damage from that Junkrat, pushing it, going against that shield. Dragon Strike going to be coming in, on the stairs,
yeah!
Oh no!
When he plays Hanzo, you know it's going to be a good time. Highlight after highlight after highlight. Havoc goes ahead and clears it. That is pretty much going to secure them that opening. He even goes on and finds Hanbei. He's like, listen, I got 4, I got 5, I need one more. I need one more.
I'm just waiting for the 6.
We all were. A
little bit harder to get an ace in this game, but you do get the satisfying Gong of Death if you get a team kill.
So close, but you know, it doesn't matter because again, he helped his team. They are pushing up so quickly here and so efficiently as Buffs are kind of less staggering. They're wondering how they're going to aggress here, how they're going to attack Dunzo. No one was there to capitalize though. It was only a momentary stun. Now they have to battle it out. That's going to be 2. They've had the positioning, they had the flanking, and they had the ability. Yami going ahead, taking out a bit of utility, but that's going to still be a question of how much more can they get? The overshield is there. Havoc getting the massive bust in their supports. The shields are there, the heals are there, and they win another resounding fight.
And this is exactly what Havoc wants. They're doing so much damage, completely catching out Buffs. Buffs switching a couple of the heroes up, not really able to catch up on the economy with the ultimate. Wish getting caught out by Felsen, and they're just going to go ahead and push up into their spawn. They're just like, oh, we'll take all of the space.
They are going to move into it all, take it over. Final stretch, the church, the holy grail of the victory screen. They need to make it happen. They want it so bad. And I mean, all on the back here of the Hanzo on Vel. He has done so good. This is going to be, I think, his 4th one that he has collected in such a short time frame. So beautiful job, but that is going to be trade, trying to find a little bit of a pick, but the trade of the ultimates are not going to be made for the McCrees. However, Havoc are losing members at a very rapid pace. They do have the Earthshatter on their side, but with McCree down, with trade down, I don't think they want to use it. Again, Vel just hiding off on the wings, waiting for his opportunity.
Yes, and that's just went a little bit back and forth, but it ended up going into the direction of Buff. Velsen using his Dragon Strike, not really able to catch anyone with it this time around, but already building up to a second one, and Havoc having that Earthshatter just waiting and ready to go.
Dunzo holding off on the side. That's going to be the Diva Bomb. Where does it catch anyone? No one's in range, so a little bit too far. Very nice positioning, but
Earthshatter landing on the right.
Oh, that's going to be the hold. Vel goes ahead, picks up 1. Yami is going to follow up on the utility once again, but Vel, look at that. That is going to be a huge shove out. Are they going to rapid fire in? Yes, they do. But they smell blood and they sense a potential kill. Havoc are firing right back, though. The aggression backfires, and Havoc come out with the team fight victory. That might be the time that they need. That might be all they need to finish off this push.
They're almost to the very, very end. They do not want a repeat of King's Row right now. We do have an Earthshatter ready for and waiting for Buffs, but he needs to actually get onto point. Not able to get there. Wish able to touch it at the last possible second. 1.7 meters. Yami taking down Trey, but Havoc is just picking off Buff as they come on to point. They're not letting King's Row happen again. They're going to cap all 3 points.
Oh my gosh. 0.18. If they could literally be like Havoc, they found it. They found the 4. That's all they need. They just need to clear this Diva. That's the only one sitting on there. And, of course, Yami dancing around with this Tracer Graviton. The gravity well is going in, and they get it. The draw in wins it out for them, and Havoc are able to close it with 1:10 left on the board.
Yes, this map went so well for Havoc. Honestly, I would have thought they would have gotten a little bit more time, but if they could play this well on defense, they could send this straight to a map 5.
It's looking more and more I'm not going to lie. That was much cleaner than before. It looked great. those team fights were phenomenal. And remember, Havoc is the team that I see as this great team fighting squad. They have consistently shown that when pitted together, when they are coordinated, when they're ready to go, it just wins out. And Buffs just kind of seem that it's more scattered. It's guerrilla warfare in these situations where they can fight the 1v1s. Yami specifically. Yami, I want to point out, he has found so many 1v1s against just about everyone on the other side that he makes me scared if I ever see him at any point like that. So very, very well done on him. Let's see if Buffs can do it again. They don't want to go to a game fight. They don't want to have that potential seesaw going around. They want to end it right here, right now.
Most definitely. And, at this point, you just got to move forward as Havoc, and you cannot allow Buffs to get any ground right now. And it looks like Buffs maybe trying to play this double shield, kind of a bunker composition on the point and just slowly move it. But with Velzen on that Hanzo, it may not even be possible. Dragon Strike every single time just to clear him off point. But Wish is going to now switch over to the Fair. There's another hero in his repertoire that he can play.
Yeah, and this one is going to be great for opening up, I feel. Such a long range that you can work with, and those rockets hurt so much. So again, clearing straight through, landing a couple shots, and again, the give is there, opening up into the next choke point. Havoc standing that, hey, just charge up. And already, Vel, look at that, already spiking up to 45%. He is stacking so quickly. He is the one to watch, but those rockets still chunking out his HP bars. Right, moving up, Dunzo trying his best, and Duncan goes ahead, takes out Yonggi. It's the first fight of the.
Oh, Yami gets out Vel!
Again, Yami just finding the fight. Vel is down. Wish takes another, and they are going to open up here. Bus slow but steady wins the race. Duncan, what are you doing? Wish, you can't do him like that. Havoc scattered to the wind. Ridiculous play right there. They are going to continue to lose 0 stopping time for this payload. The escort Mac Buffs feel great about the current standing, and they're going to cap as quick as possible. All 4 members, 4 of 6, deciding that they are happy to wait on top, and it's going to be Wish. Again, this Farah showing off here, and Duncan hot on the heels. This is a ridiculous play so far. No stopping, 0 stopping. I said, I think I cast a curse then, because Havoc now falling in a team fight left and right.
Havoc falling into team right, left and right. I don't think they were ready for the Farah. There's so much damage, poke damage coming from this Farah, and right now you have Trace finally switching over to an Ashe now, trying to get that more long-range damage against Wish right now.
They're going to give it a shot again, and it's a little bit of scatter, and it's straight through the window. Wish knows that that is a point of position, but when you see someone flip around with some of these heroes, it does give me a little bit of worry. It means that maybe they're not comfortable with the current situation, and Yami,
oh no,
stop doing it.
Oh no!
The missile barrage, enough suppression fire for Bus to start moving in. But again, Yami is down. Down goes Asolius as well. So, I mean, yes, you get the missile barrage, but what more can you get? Havoc holding strong in the face of adversity. But Gate Clan is ready to finish off. Man, I was so hyped up for that. But that's going to be the house clearance. They are moving straight through. Ultimates are up. And that is Bus clearing up, moving into the second capture point.
The second capture point. And they're moving about as fast as Havoc. So this is just both teams don't know how to play defense apparently, but honestly, I think now that Havoc is slightly adjusting a little bit more, Duncan go ahead and use the Gravitic Flux, not catch anyone. Clam getting caught out by the Ashe, and now the Ashe has free reign, no support for the Farah, and now if he shows his face, the Ashe is going to go ahead and try and get him. That's both supports down for Trey. Trey getting both, and everything is slowly falling apart. Velzen getting 2, 3.
Doesn't even need the Dragon Strike. Said, hey, I can do it with my regular shots. I can do it on my own, but Wish getting a fire back. So a very scattered fight means Buffs are going to go ahead and force it back. They're going to have to run it back here. You can see the Wrecking Ball ready and waiting. This boulder ready to collapse on top. And Buffs, they were making such good head time and now stalling out right before the second capture point. It brings a little bit of worry to my ear, but I think it's going to be fine as they go ahead, open up once again. Wrecking Ball from the back, dropping right down into the pit, stunned up and not able to make his way back out, and he's immediately going to be pressured up. Swings right in, but Wish, with that missile barrage, just doesn't give a care in the world. They're going to snipe that one out, and Havoc are possibly going to have to concede as they are zoned out. Wish, this Farah is phenomenal.
Fair is phenomenal, and that rocket barrage may have been a little bit ill-advised, but it did get a little bit of damage onto that wrecking ball, able to just completely finish him off so he doesn't even contest point. And now they're going to be going on to this final stretch in order to try and get that last bit of percentage, because they have the chance to actually cap with more time than Havoc did.
And that's just the icing on the cake. Again, they don't want to go. Dragonsight goes out trying to clear out that payload. I'm not sure if they're able to, but it is enough time for Havoc to sprint right in. Yongji is going to go in. Vel was taking out some utility as he's trying to make it work. The arrows are flying fast and true. Trying to get a bit more information. Can't really recon anyone right there, but they have pressured him back. Again, the quick 3 fire. It looks like Bus are actually conceding a little bit. I don't think anyone is on that point, so they're not able to pressure forward. Again, waiting for a few more members to creep up. 72% on the Deadeye, 99 for the Mercy. So having some ultimates available would be great. It looked like the bomb for Wish didn't yield any results either. So a little bit questionable. And we do have a couple different supports actually coming out from Havoc.
And we're going to get the amplification matrix from Buffs completely pushing back Havoc, and we're going to see what ultimates are going to come out. We're going to see if that Bob is going to come out and see if he can contest this point. But right now, we're just waiting on what ultimate is going to come out. Bob going to be sent directly onto point, doing so much damage. Not able to get on point. Oh, Yami with the pick on the Diva. And they're slowly taking out Bob. And Buffs are going to be slowly pushing in, slowly taking down most of Havoc. Velzen taking out as much as he can, but completely focused out. The Orisa going to be beaten by Hanzo. Get him into the corner and just beat him with the ball.
It's so mean.
That could have been worded better.
That was on par with the Winston juggle in the corner as well. So crazy set of events there in Havoc. Again, holding on for dear life here. If this is won by Bus, I believe it does go into overtime. If that's correct, it does give Havoc a second chance. But at that point, it is the time running against you very, very heavily. So a lot of question marks going in their ultimates. 3 available of 6, and those are very key ones right now. Most importantly, Vel, the one that we never mind.
Oh
right,
no,
Vel! Wish doesn't care. Wish doesn't care about your ultimate.
We're gonna get a gravitic flux, but we're also gonna get a minefield directly on the point, making it such a literal minefield to step onto point for Buff.
Oh, baby, it's going and popping off, and again, Havoc holding down the fort here just at the minor. It's 2.04, and it looks like they're almost going to do it. Again, 30 seconds left, and they want to beat the timer. Bus trying their best. They're sprinting. They're fighting, but the Wrecking Ball is doing the work. Wrecking Ball, you need to get out, or you don't want to at least, and that's the last kills. That is going to be the cap at 121 left. Bus, go ahead and win that round 2.
So we're going to be going into another attack by Havoc. They have 1 minute and 10 seconds to get as far as they possibly can this time around. And then Buffs will be able to push again with 1 minute and 21 seconds. So we're going to get a second push from both of these teams to see if the series is going to end on Rialto or if we're going to be going to a map 5.
I mean, I'm ready for a map 5. I am ready for map 5. I want to see more of Vel. I want to see more of Ya. I want to see more of every single member of these teams. Like, it is absolutely a cluster, and it makes for such entertaining game, especially Wish. Breaking out this Pharah in this specific game here has been phenomenal. The range that he has shown of his hero pool has been great.
We're going to get a defensive Pharah from Wish. It worked out so well, and now they're just going to go ahead and play it on defense, just like, oh, no. We're just going to rain justice from above every single time.
Oh, it's so good. And of course, we get the lovely view here. Rolling through the canals. It's so calm, so peaceful.
Would you like to go to Alta? Yeah, I got to get some plane tickets, get a passport. We can go.
Down. I'm down. When is it? Next week? Is that right? Just spread.
Next week. Hell yeah.
All right. We got our set. But here we are here. The teams are ready to duke it out once again. Let's go ahead and see how they can make it work. Havoc gonna go ahead and come right out of the gate, but Wish, the one that we want to watch, sprinting above the skyline. The rooftops are no match. Doesn't look like they're stalling out just enough. Again, just a few seconds left, down to 50. Of course, it's only a short time frame. Just see how far you can get. Gonna hold it off again. This Echo, hopefully doing so much work. Vel swapping it up once again, trying to pray that we find some success as much as the Hanzo gave.
We're gonna go ahead and see what he can go ahead and do on this Echo to counteract this Pharah. So we have 2 airborne heroes just waiting and ready to go ahead and pick what they can. Valsai getting taken out by Wish.
All right, wishing for a victory here. MVP over MVP, it feels like, as these have been highlight plays all around. And Yami as well, I've been watching. So far, hasn't picked up any kills thus far, but still, been phenomenal. And again, Bus slowly trying to ramp it up. Havoc has so far maintained a reasonable hold. It looks like about halfway through. They're going to pray. That's going to be the Matrix going up. Is it going to be enough?
Amplification Matrix, they're going to go ahead and get them into overtime. Yami taking out Trey through the Amplification Matrix. We do have a Resurrect, so we're going to have a 6v6. We're going to see, he gets the Mercy, but Wish going down. So we're going to get the Mercy and the Pharah on either side going down. No picks just yet. Velzin on a Tracer now getting get clammed.
That's 3 in 1. I think that's 3 different swaps in 1, and that's a clear. Havoc have done it. It looks like they have found the 4 that they need. Overtime is still going on, so they still are able to push it. But a single member steps off. A single member steps off this payload, and Havoc will be stopped. It's going out, trying to slow the tempo, but they aren't going to find it. First cap is in overtime. It's going to keep running, of course. Going to try and get a little bit farther. Wish in beautiful position.
Wish are in beautiful position. They do have a Gravitic Flux. They do have a Rocket Barrage. And we're going to get the Rocket Barrage. He's not going to get anybody, but we're going to get the Gravitic Flux. Clam taken out. Trying to resurrect Wish. And this is such a horrible fight for Buffs right now.
Oh, that hurts to see right there. And Havoc will continue on. Even time does not limit their ability to push. They are continuing this. We thought it was only going to be a minute. We thought it was only going to be a minor push. They are overcoming their boundaries. They're overcoming the shackles that chained them down. We're looking at a second cap here.
We are looking at a second cap, and no ultimates for Buffs, and they do have a self-destruct for Havoc coming up on an Earth Shatter. Yami coming up on that Deadeye, though, so they really got to make sure Yami cannot really do much of anything.
A bomb going out. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it will. It does. It catches, get clammed. That's going to be the support taken down, and it's trade back and forth. Look, very few people are up. Remember, that is not good for Havoc. They need to keep someone on that payload. You can see the clearance going. Yangzi is able to do it. Now fight between the defense. Are they going to fight at 2 mechs? There's 2 mechs looking like it is going to be a battle of the mechs, and Witch comes in to help it out, and that is where it's going to stop right there. Round 3 at about, I want to say, 1.5. Set points, ridiculous battles left and right by Havoc. Out of nowhere, came out with some fire.
No, and it was just a completely beautiful push from Havoc at the beginning, but they were just not able to have the steam to try and get to that second push. But they are able to stop here at what my friend of mine, Chef Billy, friendly calls the corner of death. This is one of the hardest corners to actually get around in Rialto if you're not able to win a fight beforehand. If you take a fight at this point, and this could be super advantageous for Havoc if they have a great defense, because they know what they need to do. They need to get that Pharah out of the sky.
Yeah, it is just sniper, and honestly, it's crazy because we saw some of the groundwork laid out, and then all of a sudden here, it's turning to an aerial battle, left, right, and center. These heroes are constantly taking to the air, constantly battling it out, and pretty much, I want to say, Yami and Wish, I pretty much watched 50% of the time just screen up, watching who's coming around the corner. Same for Trey and Vel, just constantly who's up in the air, who do I have to snipe out of that sky to deny that potential missile barrage potential. At this point, it's looking like a Riptire, considering Wish decided to bring out the rat here.
We are going to see something from Buff, but right now, looking at Havoc, they're going for a full dive composition with an Ash. So we're going to go ahead and see what they are expecting from Buffs. Buff's just going to go ahead and go for this high damage composition, but this Junkrat may not be able to work with such a dive composition. The only stagnant heroes are really going to be the Ana.
Only an Ana kind of changing things up here. And again, the push is real. Minute 20, remember, about 30 seconds more, or about 20 seconds more for Buffs to move, but it's basically going to be that overtime rush, and this is what makes it exciting. Buffs do want to continue the pressure, and Yami feeling great right now. You can see him whipping around on your screen there, followed up by Vel on the Tracer here. I think this is the first time we've seen the Tracer. No, we have seen it one other time, I believe, but still dancing it out as best they can. Asolius, though, ready and charging up that Earth Shatter is one of the most crucial ultimates there, but Wish goes ahead, takes out Vel, and that's the one you need to find. Follow up with a few more, and the clearance is there Buffs winning out on the first major team fight.
Buff's going to be winning out of this first major team fight, probably taking them all the way to this first cap, unless Havoc really wants to go ahead and try and contest it right here if they're able to reach it. But right now, no ultimate's really built up on Havoc's side, and they do just need one win condition. That's all they need. Right now, even if Buffs is able to cap that first point, they do have a pulse bomb. They have the Mercy ultimate. They need that nano boost online very quickly.
That is dependable on Nerdables. A little bit of a shot wish trying to clear out that hallway, but again,
Vel's taking and not even Yami able to find the Diva, but the Riptire not able to find anyone, and we're gonna have done so. Go ahead, Primal raging all over point.
Oh, that is beautiful to see. Dunzo making it work. Trey going ahead, finding a kill of his own. And Vel, the final nail in the coffin there. The bomb that we talked about. Getting some revenge on Wish and then following up on Clam. Because why not make it 3? Asolius is down and Havoc might have done it. That is a continuous battle. And that is it. We're doing it. Game 5 coming up soon.
Map 5. This is going to be a heck of a game. And I'm very excited to see what Havoc and Buffs pulls out. Velzen just doing everything that he can, but honestly, the entire Havoc roster clutched it up and was able to completely stop Buffs in their track. Velzen cleaning up the kill, getting the final big major kill with that pulse bomb. But honestly, the rest of the Havoc squad was able to completely shut down Buffs on Rialto.
Absolutely. I've said it so many times. I need to find new descriptive words, you know. I need to find something other than phenomenal because it's beautiful, fantastic, whatever you want to say. Fel, mainly on that side, has had so many highlight clips. And then some team coordination on Buff's side into just these rushes, these sheer points of brilliance that I think I've seen has been great to watch so far. We are going to go to a game 5. We'll make sure the teams are set for you. So go ahead, go get a very quick drink of water. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. And we are back. Of course, it is game 5. Game 5 here. We are going over to Oasis of all places because, of course, we have to have a definitive winner here. I mean, this map, I'm excited. I love this map so much. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is silly because, please remember, don't step on roads.
Don't ever step on the roads, and you can fall off the map. I've seen it. Doesn't matter how many times you play it, no matter what level you are, someone's probably going to fall off the map.
Yeah, it's whether by choice or by a Lucio booping you.
Oh, there's plenty of things I can
There's I can only imagine what's going to happen. It's going to be an unfortunate time. But of course, we are getting ready to hop in again. 2-2 Havoc clawing their way back. It has been back and forth the entire time. But we are so excited. We are coming here first to Garden here. It's going to be a phenomenal time. This one has such a nice leverage, I want to say, up and down. It creates such a large dynamic.
Yes, and I love the point on this map, just a control point on this map, just the high ground that you have. If you have high ground control on that point, there's really no choice but the other team to try and take that high ground control from you. So it gives really, really predictable fights, but at the same time, there's so many entrance points to this point that you never really know where they're going to be coming from.
Yeah, and I do have to bring up, because this is a best of 5. We have gone through 4 other games. I feel like Buffs have to be feeling a little bit of pressure here, right? They are the ones that were up 2-1 and then falling back. Now they are the ones on the back foot. They have to be feeling a little bit of pressure. You have to feel it kind of slipping away, and you have to be ready to fight for it back. We go ahead. We see for the first time a Symmetra coming out for Trey. For Symmetra of the, second, I think we saw it before as well. But still, very interesting to see Symmetra coming out here on this first map.
So they're going to go ahead and use the Symmetra teleport to go ahead and get to point a little bit faster, and Trey's going to switch back over to the Reaper. But they're going to get there a little bit faster, booping the Reinhardt off the map immediately.
It took 10 seconds. It took a total of 10 seconds to do that, and then Vel just running wild. All right, we see you, Doomfist. We see you, Vel. We know that you are in our side, and they crush it. Have it go ahead and take the first cap, and I feel like this is going to be continuous all the way through.
It really should be, but as we saw, the last control map went toward Buffs, and they were down 99-0, so you really can't count them out right now. But Wish playing another hero in this map, and they're going to go ahead and move forward and go ahead with the Doomfist. Wish going to go ahead and get the Lucio, and moving forward, Wish going to get 2, going to get 3! And he's going to go ahead and single-handedly flip over this point very, very, very quickly. All right, and now moving forward, the Reinhardt is going to get the last pick, and now Havoc is going to have to back out a little bit. Yugi trying to get out of there, and he's not able to. Clam's going to go ahead and finish off the Zarya, and we're going to go ahead and get a reset from Havoc. And here comes the high ground control that I was talking about. They're going to go ahead and take the high ground so they can go ahead and see wherever they are on this point, and I'm going to go ahead and try and get a little bit of poke and try and figure out where Buffs is right now. But we're going to go ahead and get a head-on collision. But that amplification matrix is going to come out, and Havoc is going to have to move out of the way real quickly. But Duns are going to have this Earth Shatter up and ready to go. And now we're going to get Wish with the Meteor Strike as Asola's getting that Earth Shatter of his own. So we're going to go ahead and get the amplification matrix out. Meteor Strike coming for Buffs, and we're going to see if he can get anyone. That Earth Shatter going to catch out Yami, going to be down on the ground. Velzen gets 2 with the Meteor Strike, and it's so gorgeous. Such a beautiful fight for Havoc, and they're able to move forward with that push, able to camp onto point. 54% for Buffs, almost 60. Probably gonna get almost to 60, so that's actually a good percentage point for Buffs. They just need to go ahead and try and win this next fight, but Havoc gonna go ahead and take control of this point with a Death Blossom and a Sound Barrier available for them. But right now, Buff has the ability to go in with their own Sound Barrier, try and mitigate all of this, but Trey just stalking, waiting. Velzen gonna push somebody out, gonna go for the uppercut, gonna go for the immortality, no more immortality field, and Trey's gonna be able to come in and clean up everybody with no regard, but he gets done. Nice quick punch from Wish, and he's not able to do anything with that Death Blossom and get Clan and gonna go ahead and take out 2, but Havoc just taking their own skin, even if they are going to be down in this fight. But Velzen taking out Yami, and Havoc gonna be able to win this fight fight, taking this down to 67, 68%, almost 70%, and they're not going to let him get out for free. Velzen going to take that ult charge for free. And I'm just looking at something from Buffs right now. Wish gonna be sticking on to this Doomfist almost as a meteor strike, and they do have a self-destruct. Self-destructs haven't really been too much of impact in this game, and we're kind of looking at Havoc looking to completely cap this point. One more fight left for Buffs. And Dunzo gonna get stunned a little bit from Wish. Trey taking down Wish as he's trying to get out. Earthshatter comes out and gonna take it down the Reinhardt. So there's one takedown for Havoc, and Trey gonna be doing everything he can to try and save his team. Velzen gonna be taking down Yami, dodging the Deadeye. But it's not going to be enough. Havoc tried to come back onto this point and win this fight, but it looks like Buff's going to be able to flip it over and stop the cap at 99. And this is exactly the place that Havoc kind of wants to be in. Earthshatter and Amplification Matrix just ready to go with only a Meteor Strike from Buffs really available. So we got to be careful with Wish. He could get one or two with that Meteor Strike, but definitely have to be very, very careful right now.
Always got to be touch and go, and they were the ones that are a little bit holding on, and let's go ahead and see what they can make. Up they go, and Wish is trying to go. He gets it. He gets Bell. That's the one that you want to find. Havoc are stalled at the starting gate. Wish makes it 3. Let's go. Wish he is happy about these trades, and that is the clear. Busco, thank you very much. We will continue to pressure forward, and now it's on Havoc. They got to get back out of spawn as quickly as possible. It is taking up. I don't think they have enough time. They were on 99.
Oh, no!
Again, booped out of the zone. And that is going to be Havoc falling in the first round. Buffs one step closer to taking their rightful place as first.
As first place, but Buffs able to completely change around that fight, and that's exactly what they needed from Wish. Wish able to just use that Meteor Strike to take down one and do all the just that splash damage around that Meteor Strike area. He was able to just clean up, get 3 kills, and force that fight into Buffs' favor.
Just amazing job. Again, clawing back and forth over and over again, and it's been ridiculous to say the least. Multiple times we've seen 99 overtime and then just the clawback. And I don't know how these players can mentally maintain that focus, right? Saying, hey, look, next time it's going to be better. Next time you are going to hold steady. So let's go ahead. Take a look at this next one. The Shrine in the middle going to hold that point. So, of course, got to battle it out. Up they go, straight over the wall using that jump pad. And they're going to go ahead and settle down on top. It's going to be a rooftop battle. Looks like everyone saying, nah, high ground, low ground. Good luck on that. A little bit of bounce around. And now Butts finally fall in. Havoc on the other side. Prey and Bell going ahead, opening up with the Tracer, trying to get a little bit of dash back. And the heals are there. A little bit of a stun up. Winston might go down here. And the capture point is there. No one else getting it yet. And they're going to continue to try and maintain. Trey going ahead, taking out some of Han-Bay's utility. It's going to be a follow through. And unfortunately, I think Sam fell to his death once again, while Trey is going to go ahead and clean up a few of us players.
He's going to clean up a few of the players. Trey just doing work on this McCree right now. Velzen being very, very annoying, but Trey going to be going down to the D.Va. D.Va going ahead and getting D-Mech'd with the Zarya. And right now it looks like Havoc is going to be able to come back and re-engage onto this point and honestly take this cap. But right now Buffs is back and going to get stunned down. Not going to land anything with that pulse bomb. And this fight is just going to go on for a little bit until we can have a definitive winner. Dunzo in the corner. 99, almost a primal rage. And he's going to be able to get that trap Trey in the corner. And that's just horrible timing for Buffs. And Havoc able to get first cap and that primal rage able to save Dunzo's life.
All right, Dunzo, we see you. That's been like the 3rd time I think he's done it. Rudest thing that we can see, and that is the final cap, or the first cap of this game. But my gosh, that took much longer than the others, and you can see the tension being held. Buffs now gonna try their hands at their first assault back, potentially getting a retake, a swap around. We do see Wish having the ultimate available from the sky. He will come. We can find someone's mark early. 71% on the D.Va, 85 on the Reinhardt. Some of these are coming up very, very quickly. They stall out for a few more seconds, but Trey is going to go ahead, possibly have the Deadeye opener. One's kind of grouped up for it and still just taking shots. Havoc making sure they control this high ground and continue it. And it looks like no one on bus is able to manage. Here comes the data. Is going to find a new one. Gets one, tags the second, and one a little bit more. But no! No, you're not allowed to. You only get one. That is as much as you get, in which sacrifices life to save his team.
Sacrificing his life to save his team. Yami gonna get picked, but this Zarya such high able to land the earth shatter. And he gives his life just to land that earth shatter. Hanmei able to beat out Trey with that amplification matrix, but right now Hanmei is just looking for any type of picks right now. But Velzen able to take down Yami. There goes a lot of the DPS for buffs, and right now Dunzo doing so much cleave damage with this Winston, already up to another Primal Rage in this next fight.
Yeah, this is a disgusting display, as this is... Again, deja vu. Deja vu. I'm not going to call it because, again, this is the second time this has happened. In this one alone, they're closing in on 99%. Havoc can't be feeling any dread here, and Bus ready to channel it once again. They have a little bit of time to work with. Swap up of the heroes once again. Get Clam, someone that I want to keep eyes on. But again, Yami stacking up that ultimate 60% on the charge. They're going to follow through. Overtime coming in. And Vel gets a huge, huge pick. That is Yami down. That is Yami down. I repeat. Get Clam falls as well. Youngie is going to try and get in. Has a little bit of a barrier on. Going to be able to walk in. But Dunzo follows up on his mirrored Winston. And Havoc clear it out. They have full control. Only one. No one's left there. Overtime is out. And Havoc maintain their way through. It is 2-2, 1-1. Could you not ask for a better game 5?
This is such a great game 5, and Havoc is showing that they are not going to lie down and die very easily. That 100-0, forcing buffs to completely change up their comp to even try and get onto point. Not really working, but now we're in University. This has a little bit of high ground, but this is more of a brawl-centric map, and this could actually... really benefit what Buffs is trying to do with their composition right now. And right now, Havoc needs to continue what they're doing, and looks like we're going to see Velzen being switching over to that Doomfist. So we're going to see this Doomfist v Doomfist action for the second time on Oasis. So we're going to see if Velzen can get the better end of this at this time.
Yep, just going to go ahead, try and help out the rest of the squad. Solely as someone that has maintained his frontline duty here, has done so well. And again, the side action is here. D.Va coming in from the side, trying to help out Yonggi, trying to spread out and cause a little bit of problems. But Wish goes ahead, opens up, and this is Buffs just straight up winning this beefy fight. And you just called it. You literally just said that this would be to Buffs' benefit, and it is showing here a little bit of Doomfist. All right. Vel just like, he's done with this.
Velzen going to go over to the Doomfist, catching out 2, but not really able to change over the cap for this. They're going to see if they can go ahead and touch before it actually caps. Velzen pushing in, taking the Reinhardt against the wall. Immortality Field out, already being used. And right now, the Reinhardt is just surrounded by Havoc players.
Oh, this is just a terrifying point. And this time, Buffs get the first cap. They are on that lead, and they are winning some of this fight. Again, the brawl is there. Dropping down, possibly in. No, Doomfist goes up this guy. Who is he going to get? Straight down in the middle. That's enough to help his team spread Havoc out. But Trey is going to go ahead and open fire. Duncan is down. Get Clam takes out Bell. And Asolius finishes off Sam. So Havoc falls to the wayside, and it hurts to see, but Buffs are happy. They are going to get a little bit more time here on the point.
They're going to get a little bit more time, and Trey going to have that Deadeye ready for the next fight. Velzen not really able to get too much use out of that Meteor Strike, but Yami point blank just knew where that Meteor Strike was coming, was able to roll out of the way, get into his team, and take down Velzen as he got a little bit too kill greedy.
And 3 big ultimates. Earth Shatter has been used. I don't think it caught anyone off the back end, but Yami still set up with the Deadeye. They're just spraying and praying here. Velzen is going to take out Wish. It's been a battle of those two over and over again. Havoc maintaining their own, though, able to stay alive through a majority of it, so may still have a chance to push onto the hill. Yongi's going to go ahead and take out Asolius, and this is the push back. Bus falling a little bit too quickly for their own liking, and there it is. Havoc go ahead and clear it out. They stop the control at 60 on the dot.
60 on the dot, and that's huge for Buffs because they really only need one more good fight in order to take this point up to at least 99. But moving forward for Havoc, they need to win these next couple of fights. They cannot falter. Wish with this Meteor Strike can do so much work, and Wish is gonna immediately take down Cray.
down, and Val's gonna try and do the same again. He has his own. He's gonna go up. Is he gonna strike? No. A very nice dodge out, but he finishes off. He got the kill. Dunson is gonna follow, and they're going to maintain their man advantage. Yes, they do. Down goes the Solis, Get Clan, and Hanbei. The heals are down. Wish and Yami run for the hills. Make sure they can stay alive. Make sure they're here for that change up. They're gonna try one more time. Yami's actually running. He's down on 18. Oh my lord, he needs to book it out of there. Havoc, go ahead and show off that they will push to about 60% as well. Here comes the next push attempt. Bus, gonna try it one more time.
We go ahead and try one more time to come in, but they do have the self-destruct, putting it in the corner of point, not hoping to get anybody, but amplification matrix coming out. Yami gonna get Velzen before he can really get anything, any value out of that Doomfist. Trey gonna have his Deadeye completely nullified by the Diva defense matrix, but Yami gonna be taking out Yami. And we're gonna go ahead and see this fight. Wish getting 2 in the hallway!
You can't do it to him like that. Havoc are in disarray. The chaos has forced them out of their comfort zone. Wish goes up, is literally just going to ult down, and that is going to secure the point. Bust now on that charge again. But remember, they're down now about 76. This is as close as you can get, at least in a back and forth sense. Bust now clearing that 70% mark. Shatter is up. Asolius wanting to find that point, and they're in a choke point. If he can find that mark, that might be great. No, everyone is able to scatter just in time from that ultimate, and that's going to be Duncan going ahead, firing right away. Now they're going to be clearing out. Remember, this entire time it's ticking up for Buzz. Havoc need to sprint through. They need to make their way to that hill, to that point, and up goes Velzen. He is able to find Duncan. That is the tank. That's the one that you want to find. In comes Trey. Look for the Deadeye positioning, going up to a flanking position, able to pop it open. Who is it going to see? Only one. Make it 2, make it 3 around the wall. Locks him down to about 10 and finishes off. Get Clan is down. Get Clan is down. Youngie kills as well. Wish trying his best to maintain a little bit of control. They're at 99. They just need them off. But that's 3 members down. Havoc also.
Oh,
Yami might have just saved his team this round. They're pushing us as they can. Shotgun in hand. Velzen trying his best, down to 15, down to 7, down to almost 0. And he is dead. Yami, the man, the myth, the legend, the McCree that is told. And it's back to overtime. No, it's not done. It's not done. There it is. There it is. Bus take it 3-2, 2-1 fashion.
Oh, just so stressful. Yami able to just get 4 near the end there, completely saving that point for his team. It wasn't really an overtime, but he was able to win that fight for his team, getting a 4K, and Wish here getting for himself to win this fight for Buff, taking up this first point. Both DPS separately able to win their particular points.
Nothing but awe-inspiring. These guys put on a fantastic display for us, and it was glorious to watch. It's going to be a phenomenal job. I'm excited to see what more we can see. But again, congratulations to Buffs. They go ahead and take first place. That is going to be Havoc going ahead taking second. A very respectable second, I must say. But we talked about Vel on the Havoc side. He, of course, showed up great. So many highlight plays, but Bus had some of their own. For you, Airborne, you were here watching it. You had a ball. If you had to pick someone for MVP for the side of Bus, who would it be and why?
Buffs, my personal MVP would be the most consistent player through 5 maps. Would probably be Yami.
Yami. Yeah, a great job laying down that fire, making sure to be in the right position. And again, we talked about it. Great 1v1 potential, consistently finding it, make sure maybe the lurkers on the back end didn't get too close, and just a great job overall of the game. I want to ask you, I want to see if there was a favorite moment of yours even that he had in any of these games.
Honestly, again, he was one of the most consistent players throughout. He was able to get 2, 3, 4Ks all throughout the games, but that final 4K in order to win the game on 7 HP.
Yeah, just it was the nail biter. We watched it. We were like, no, this is not how it ends. And it was the best way. Yami coming out with our MVP vote as well as the team side victory. So congratulations to that. We will go ahead and go to a very short break. But when we come back, I think we will have an interview with the winners, which will be so great to get a little bit of a peek into their mind and see how they're doing. So make sure, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.